Hey everyone, how's it going? Thanks so much for tuning in. Today we're going to be taking an in-depth look at the 2024 Nissan Z. As with all of my reviews, I'm going to cover all of the ins and outs and take this thing on a thorough drive. There's a whole lot of stuff to cover, so without further ado, let's go ahead and start her up and let her run. The latest Z represents the 7th generation of Nissan's iconic sports car. It boasts a fresh, sleek exterior design with an appearance that communicates respect to its lineage. The original 240Z was built to bring joy and excitement of sports car ownership to as many people as possible, a car built for enthusiasts by enthusiasts. That spirit and heritage continues today with the latest Z. For the exterior, the new Z takes on a traditional rear-wheel drive sports car design with a long hood, low rear stance, and a silhouette that pays homage to the first generation Z. The designers utilized the latest technologies to streamline the design and incorporate LED lighting to give dimension without unnecessary elements, resulting in a clean and purposeful design. The LED headlights have two half circles that take their inspiration from the Japan market-only 240ZG of the 1970s, which fit naturally with the new Z's identity. The link to the original Z is most striking when viewing the car from the side. The roofline flows from the nose to the squared-off rear to create a distinctive first-generation Z profile, whose rear edge was slightly lower than its front fender height, giving the Z a unique posture. The signature transition from the rear quarter glass to the low-slung position of the rear tail adds to this effect. The door handles are a flush-mounted design, and the rear hatch is ultra-thin, yet with increased rigidity over the previous 370Z design. In the rear, the wide fenders smoothly direct the flow of air past the horizontal rear panel. The rear combination lamps combine modern technology with a design reminiscent of the Z32-300ZX produced between 1990 and 1996, including new 3D signature LED taillights. The performance model of the new Z adds a rear spoiler that creates positive pressure where the rear hatch and the spoiler meet, mitigating rear lift. The performance model's front spoiler takes advantage of knowledge gained through developing the Nissan GT-R to utilize negative pressure zones. The 2024 Z is offered in 3 trim levels. The entry-level Sport starts at $42,210, while the Performance starts at $52,210. The starting prices are the same, regardless of which transmission you opt for. The Z Nismo, which is new for 2024, starts at $64,990 and is only available with an automatic transmission. I hope to cover that car in a separate review at some point. All Z's except for the Nismo is available in 3 monotone exterior colors or 6 two-tone themes that feature a super black roof. This example is finished in Boulder Gray Pearl two-tone, which is an $895 option. That being said, aside from choosing the color and transmission, the only optional extra is a floor mat package, which this car has. There's additional dealer-installed accessories available as well, such as this car's illuminated kick plates. Each Z is more or less all-inclusive, with a plethora of standard features and cool tech. The major differences with the performance compared to the Sport include a 1.5-way mechanical clutch-tight limited-slip differential, upgraded wheels, bigger brakes, aforementioned front and rear spoilers, a leather and suede trimmed interior, unique seat designs, and a Bose premium audio system. The total MSRP for this example, with options and destination, comes to $55,110. The standard Z is offered with 2 wheel and tire setups. On the Sport, you get dark painted 18 by 9 inch aluminum wheels and 2 45/45 tires. The Performance receives a set of Ray's super lightweight forged aluminum wheels with a twin 5-spoke design and a dark painted finish. They measure 19 by 9.5 inches in front and 19 by 10 inches in the rear, with 2 55/40 and 2 75/35 tires. When it comes to delivering predictable, responsive handling, the engineering team took a multi-pronged approach, especially for high-speed driving and cornering. The Z feels like a proper sports car. It's tight, agile, and extremely responsive with a nicely weighted steering feel. Enhanced body rigidity, wider front tires, an electronic rack and pinion power steering system, and a strong mechanical feel help increase maximum corner G up to 13%. The steering ratio is fixed at 15:1, but the level of power assistance is speed dependent. The Performance model has an upgraded leather-wrapped steering wheel. All Z models have a plethora of steering wheel controls for cruise, audio, telephone, and the driver's information system. The steering wheel is also adjustable for tilt and reach. Both the front and rear dampers use a new monotube shock absorber design with a larger diameter than the ones found on the 370Z, resulting in an approximately 20% reduction in dampening force to help minimize impact shock over uneven surfaces, enhance road following performance, and improve handling stability. The front double wishbone aluminum suspension features new geometry, including increased caster angle to improve straight-line stability. A 2-point front strut tower brace is standard, and the front subframe is cast out of aluminum. The rear independent multi-link aluminum suspension has also been reconfigured with new settings. Responsive braking is provided by 4-wheel ventilated disc brakes. Larger sport brakes with red painted calipers are standard on the Performance model. All 4 discs are internally ventilated and measure 14 by 1.26 inches in front and 13.8 by 0.79 inches in the rear. They're clamped down by 4-piston and 2-piston floating aluminum calipers respectively. They provide lots of bite and can stop the car from 60 miles an hour in about 111 feet. On the Sport model, the disc diameters are 12.6 inches in the front and 12.1 inches in the rear, with 2-piston and single-piston cast iron fixed calipers respectively. 4-wheel, 4-channel, 4-sensor ABS is included, along with brake assist and electronic brake force distribution. The parking brake is controlled by a traditional mechanical pull-type lever in the center console. The Z's standard 3-liter twin-turbo V6 engine adds a significant bump in power output over the 370Z. The engine is rated at 400 horsepower, 6,400 RPM, and 350 pound-feet of torque between 1,600 and 5,200 RPM. With an increase of 68 horsepower and a 30% increase in torque over the 370Z's 3.7-liter naturally aspirated V6, the new Z delivers sharp yet smooth acceleration along with an estimated 15% improvement in 0 to 60 times. In my experience, the car hits 60 miles an hour in about 4.3 seconds. The front midship engine is constructed using aluminum for the block and heads, along with double overhead camshafts, 4 valves per cylinder, and continuous variable valve timing. Fuel comes courtesy of direct injection with a compression ratio of 10.3 to 1. Maximum engine speed is 6,800 RPM. To achieve the marked increase in horsepower and torque and to deliver sharp response, small diameter turbochargers were adopted, as well as a turbo speed sensor to ensure the capabilities of the turbos are fully utilized. Max boost pressure is 15 psi. The twin turbos balance power output and response time, while the use of an electronic variable intake valve timing system ensures optimum response by adjusting the intake valve timing on the fly to achieve excellent response and fuel economy in a variety of driving scenarios. One of the defining traits of the Z has always been its bond between the car and driver. The human-machine bond dominates in the new Z, especially in the presence of a standard close-ratio 6-speed manual transmission. A 9-speed automatic transmission is available as a no-cost option. Having now driven both the automatic and the manual, I have to say the manual is the one to get. As an enthusiast, there's no replacing the direct mechanical connection that a manual transmission provides. That's not to say the automatic isn't a good transmission, but it takes away some of the car's purity. It's getting harder and harder to find cars that are still offered with a manual, especially ones as good as this. The shifter feels tight and precise. The clutch is easy to modulate, and there's even a selectable rev match feature. By pressing the S mode button in the center console, the engine automatically rev matches on downshift, so you don't have to do the extra footwork if you don't want to. It's very responsive and honestly a lot of fun when you're shifting through tight corners. The rev match feature, to me, broadens the manual's appeal even more. If you're on the fence purely based on a lack of experience driving manuals, my advice is to take the plunge. It's so easy to get the hang of. Plus, you'll get so much more enjoyment out of one of the last remaining legitimate sports cars out there. Z performance models equipped with the automatic have a unique paddle shift system that's shared with the GTR. The Z is a blast to drive. It has plenty of power and it sounds great. For the first time in a rear-wheel drive Nissan vehicle, Z performance models equipped with the manual transmission include an advanced launch control system that helps deliver the quickest and smoothest acceleration from a standstill. All automatic transmission equipped models include the launch control system as standard equipment. With the manual transmission, you have a high-performance Exedi clutch, a carbon fiber drive shaft, and on the performance model, the Synchro Rev Match feature, which enables the automatic rev matching on downshifts. 2 drive modes are offered on automatic equipped models, Standard and Sport. Standard is best suited for commuting and long highway drives for a pleasant drive. Sport mode unlocks the Z's performance potential, offering faster acceleration control, a sports mode steering algorithm, active sound enhancement, and a sports mode vehicle dynamic control setting best matched to take a spirited run through a winding road. All Z performance models, regardless of the transmission, utilize a mechanical clutch type limited slip differential. As far as fuel economy, the new Z is rated between 19 miles per gallon in the city and 28 miles per gallon on the highway when equipped with the automatic transmission. With the manual transmission, those numbers drop to 18 miles per gallon in the city and 24 miles per gallon on the highway. During my week of driving, I averaged around 22 miles per gallon with the manual. Premium 93 octane fuel is required. The interior of the new Z was designed to fit you like a glove, blending together modern technology with vintage Z touches. The center stack takes inspiration from other generations before it, with 3 analog pod gauges on the top panel for boost, turbo speed, and volts, as well as a standard 8-inch touchscreen audio display in the center and climate control switches near the shifter. The interior design team also sought advice from professional motorsports drivers to give the Z an ideal sports car cabin for all driving scenes. This can be seen in the instrumentation, with all vital information front and center within the 12.3-inch customizable digital instrument cluster. It's all arranged to help the driver grasp information at a glance, such as the red line shift point at the 12 o'clock position. The instrument cluster is all new, with 3 display modes to suit your preference. Normal mode offers a sporty feel with the center area for navigation, audio, and vehicle information. Enhanced mode pushes the tachometer and speedometer to the edges of the display, giving more space in the center for a larger navigation map and information to be displayed. Sport mode prioritizes the tachometer in the center, with shift light up at the top for shift information in your direct field of view. The Sport mode also allows for a boost gauge or G-meter to be displayed. Both the manual and automatic shift levers are new, each of them custom engineered for optimum grip and comfort. The new deep dish steering wheel offers the driver quick access controls without losing its vintage aesthetic. The design of the seats utilizes know-how from the GTR's development to enhance both hold and fit. An expanded use of suede on the seat back suppresses initial lateral shake on the body, creating more comfortable drives, as well as reducing body movement when the vehicle is aggressively cornering. The Sport model offers black woven cloth seats with an 8-way manual driver's seat and 4-way manual passenger seat. The Performance model adds leather-appointed seating surfaces, a 4-way power driver's seat with manual lifter, lumbar, and thigh support, a 4-way power passenger seat, and heated seats. A full range of convenience features are offered as standard equipment, including Nissan Intelligent Key with push-button start, intelligent cruise control, automatic temperature control, auto-dimming rearview mirror, rearview monitor, 2 12-volt power outlets, 2 USB ports, and front and rear parking sensors. New for 2024 is Amazon Alexa integration. The standard 8-inch infotainment system with 6 speakers includes Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, as well as Bluetooth hands-free phone and audio streaming, satellite radio, and more. The performance model includes a 9-inch touchscreen with navigation and Nissan Connect services with a Wi-Fi hotspot. Also included is an 8-speaker Bose premium audio system with active noise cancellation and active sound enhancement. 3 interior colors are available: black, red, and blue. At this point, I've been fortunate to experience all 3 interior colors, and I have to admit, as much of a fan of red as I am, this blue is absolutely incredible. It would be a very hard choice for sure. The seats featured layered materials to create depth and a graduation effect. With regards to storage, there's door pockets, 2 cup holders in the center console with a movable armrest, a small cubby underneath the armrest, a large locking glove box with a damped lid, and generous cubbies behind the seats. The infotainment system has clear graphics and a nice screen, but it does have a little lag when scrolling between menus. It never became a hindrance in typical use, but it's just something I noticed. With standard SiriusXM data, you have access to real-time traffic, weather, and fuel price updates, as well as sports scores, stocks, and movie listings. The infotainment system has pretty much everything you'd want for your daily routine. All models include a range of standard driver assistance and safety technologies, including automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection, blind spot warning, lane departure warning, rear cross traffic alert, high beam assist, and intelligent forward collision warning. As I mentioned earlier, you also have intelligent cruise control and a standard backup camera with dynamic guidance lines. In the overhead console, via the SOS button, you can call for roadside assistance. As far as airbags, there's dual front airbags, seat-mounted side impact airbags, and roof-mounted curtain side impact airbags. If you want to access the cubbies behind the seats, the easiest way is going to be sliding the seats forward. There's no automatic slide function, so you're going to just have to do it manually. For a smaller sports car, I think Nissan did well with what they had to work with. The cubbies are big enough to set a bag or other small items. There's also a pop-out pocket on the passenger side that houses the owner's manual. I really like the open design of the rear compartment. Yes, the quarter windows are pretty small, but rearward visibility I think is excellent. The cross-car bar is a cool-looking touch that also helps keep your cargo where it needs to be. Out back, the Z continues with its traditional lift-back layout. There's a release button within the Nissan emblem. Perhaps the biggest drawback to the Z is trunk space, as there's only 6.9 cubic feet worth. Sports cars are inherently impractical, but the Z's closest competitor, the Toyota Supra, boasts an impressive 10.2 cubic feet worth of trunk space. For what it's worth, the Z's trunk is wider. However, the liftover distance is a little excessive in my opinion, even when compared to the 370Z. Trunk amenities include illumination and 4 cargo tie-down hooks. You also have that full-width bar behind the front seats that help prevent your cargo from flying forward. With the optional floor mat package, you also get a trunk mat, a first aid kit, a cargo net, and an owner's manual branded portfolio. Well everyone, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please don't forget to leave a like down below because it really helps the videos a lot. And if you haven't subscribed already, consider doing that too, and make sure you turn your notifications on so you don't miss out on the upcoming content. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.